Welcome, dear friends, to a gentle journey through the fascinating world of the Fantastic Four. This beloved team of heroes, created by the brilliant minds of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, first appeared in 1961, becoming one of the cornerstones of the Marvel Universe. With their incredible powers, unforgettable personalities, and deep bond of family, they've captured the hearts of generations. Tonight, we will drift through the origins of the Fantastic Four, the stories that brought them to life, and the memorable adventures that shaped them into the iconic figures they are today. From the first cosmic rays that transformed them, to the unforgettable battles against villains, and the vast worlds they've explored, these heroes have become timeless in both comics and beyond. As you settle in, allow the world of Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben to unfold around you like a soft, comforting blanket. Let the words guide you, piece by piece, as we explore their legacy, slowly, gently, and with the soothing rhythm of a story well told. Take a moment now to soften your breath, to ease the tension in your body, and to let your mind begin to quiet. Let the steady pulse of your breathing be the only sound in the room, and allow yourself to drift toward a place of stillness where the stories of the Fantastic Four can carry you into the realm of dreams. And if you enjoy drifting through tales like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly tell me where you're listening from tonight. Now, let's begin our story with the very first facts of the Fantastic Four. Fact 1. The birth of the Fantastic Four marks a pivotal moment in comic book history. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, they first appeared in Fantastic Four's number 1 in 1961. Their debut was a departure from the traditional superhero archetype, as they were not merely individuals with powers, but a family who cared deeply for each other. This unique dynamic set them apart from other heroes and provided a sense of warmth and relatability. Lee's vision was to create a team that was both flawed and heroic, a contrast to the flawless, solitary figures of earlier comic books. Fact 2. The Fantastic Four's origin story begins with a cosmic accident. Reed Richards, a brilliant scientist, persuades his friends, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm, to accompany him on a space mission to study cosmic rays. The mission goes awry when they are bombarded by radiation, granting each of them extraordinary powers. Reed gains the ability to stretch his body, Sue can become invisible and create force fields, Johnny can generate and control fire, and Ben transforms into the monstrous but beloved Thing, a rocky-skinned powerhouse. This accident sets the stage for their heroic journey together. Fact 3. The idea of a superhero family was a revolutionary concept in the early 1960s. Unlike the solo adventures of Superman or Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four emphasized teamwork and the familial bond. The tension between the team's personalities added depth and relatability. Reed Richards, the leader, was the calm, intellectual force. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, was both compassionate and strong. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, was impulsive and brash, and Ben Grimm, the Thing, embodied heartache and resilience. Together, they balanced each other, becoming a true family, despite their vastly different powers and backgrounds. Fact 4. The first issue of Fantastic Four was not just the beginning of a series, but of an era. In their early adventures, they faced off against iconic villains such as Doctor Doom, Namor the Submariner, and the Skrulls, each becoming a mainstay of the Marvel Universe. The stories were filled with complex themes, like the responsibilities of power, the personal cost of heroism, and the tension between duty and personal life. The Fantastic Four dealt with very human emotions: fear, love, jealousy, and sacrifice, making their stories much more than just battles against villains. Fact 5: Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four's arch nemesis, is one of Marvel's most complex villains. Born Victor Von Doom, he was once a brilliant scientist, like Reed Richards, but his arrogance led to tragedy. In a tragic twist, his attempts to save his mother from an otherworldly curse led him to become obsessed with power, ultimately becoming the tyrannical ruler of Latveria. His intellect, combined with a burning desire for revenge, made him a perfect foil for the Fantastic Four, particularly Reed. The rivalry between these two geniuses, driven by ego, pride, and their contrasting values, has become one of the most iconic conflicts in comic history. Fact 6: The introduction of the Fantastic Four was not only groundbreaking for its superhero team dynamic, but also for the depth of character development. In the early issues, Reed Richards and Sue Storm's romantic relationship was explored, setting the stage for their eventual marriage. This was one of the first times a superhero comic featured a long term relationship with such emotional depth, rather than focusing solely on action. Their marriage and the eventual birth of their children, Franklin and Valeria Richards, would later become central to the Fantastic Four's evolving storylines, emphasizing family and legacy. Fact 7: While the team's adventures often took them into space, through time, and even to other dimensions, they also dealt with real world struggles. One of the most notable elements of the Fantastic Four's stories is their balance between their superhero duties and their personal lives. The emotional and physical toll of their powers was often explored, especially with Ben Grimm. His transformation into the Thing caused him great inner conflict as he struggled with his monstrous appearance and his longing for a normal life. His deep friendship with Reed and the team helped him cope with his pain, grounding the team in real human struggles. Fact 8: The Fantastic Four's powers themselves became symbolic of the conflicts and challenges that each character faced. Reed's stretching ability, for instance, represented his intellectual and emotional flexibility, allowing him to adapt and think on his feet. Sue's invisibility and force fields reflected her struggle for identity and protection, both for herself and her loved ones. Johnny's fiery powers symbolized his youthful energy and desire for independence, while Ben's rocky exterior mirrored his internalized feelings of rejection and vulnerability. Their powers were not just tools of combat, but extensions of their personalities and the emotional journeys they undertook. Fact 9: Throughout the years, the Fantastic Four have been at the heart of many major Marvel storylines, serving as the connective tissue between various characters and events. Their role in the Kree-Skrull War is one of the pivotal moments in Marvel history, where they helped unite Earth's heroes against an alien conflict that could have destroyed the planet. The Fantastic Four's involvement in events like Infinity Gauntlet and Secret Wars also showcased their importance to the larger Marvel Universe, with the team frequently stepping up to protect not just Earth, but the entire universe from cosmic threats. Fact 10: Despite their immense popularity, the Fantastic Four faced significant challenges throughout their publishing history. In the 1990s, Marvel began to struggle financially, and as a result, the Fantastic Four series was put on hiatus for a short period. During this time, the characters faced uncertain futures, but their legacy remained strong. The 2000s saw a resurgence in popularity, particularly with the release of Fantastic Four films, which brought the team into the mainstream consciousness once again. Their enduring appeal is a testament to the timeless nature of their stories and the emotional depth they offer to readers of all ages. Fact 11. One of the most enduring qualities of the Fantastic Four is their connection to family. Despite their superhuman abilities, it is their bond as a family that has truly defined them. Reed, Sue, Johnny, and Ben form not only a team of superheroes, but a unit that loves and supports one another, even when faced with impossible odds. Their adventures often highlight the strength found in this family dynamic, showcasing how their love and loyalty help them overcome challenges that no single hero could face alone. It's this heartwarming foundation that continues to resonate with fans, reminding us of the power of family. Fact 12. Ben Grimm, also known as the Thing, has one of the most emotionally complex journeys in the Fantastic Four saga. While his rocky exterior is a visible reminder of his transformation, it is his inner struggle that makes him such a beloved character. He often grapples with feelings of alienation, loneliness, and a desire for normalcy. His longing to be human again is a recurring theme, yet his deep sense of loyalty to his friends and family grounds him. His relationship with the team, particularly with Reed Richards, reflects the idea of found family and unconditional love, making him a deeply sympathetic character. Fact 13. Reed Richards, or Mr. Fantastic, is often seen as the quintessential genius in the Marvel Universe. His intellect is unparalleled, and his abilities as a scientist, inventor, and strategist have saved the team countless times. However, Reed's intelligence is often a double-edged sword. While it allows him to solve nearly any problem, it also creates a distance between him and his team, as he tends to overthink and retreat into his mind. This intellectual isolation, paired with his desire to constantly improve the world, adds a layer of vulnerability to his character, making him more than just a brilliant mind. Fact 14. Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, is not just one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, but also one of the most emotionally complex. Her powers, being able to turn invisible and generate protective force fields, symbolize both her personal desire for privacy and her capacity to protect those she loves. Throughout the series, Sue has grown from a more reserved and often overshadowed figure to a strong, confident woman who commands respect both within the team and in the wider Marvel Universe. Her journey is a testament to the power of self acceptance and the strength found in embracing one's true abilities. Fact 15. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, represents the youthful energy and brashness of the Fantastic Four. His powers, flames that he can control and use for flight and combat, serve as a literal representation of his fiery personality. Early on, Johnny was often depicted as impulsive and quick to anger, which sometimes led to conflicts within the team. However, over time, he matured, learning to balance his enthusiasm with responsibility. His evolution mirrors that of many young people, and his arc continues to resonate with those who may have once struggled with their own impulsiveness but found their own path to maturity. Fact 16. One of the most iconic features of the Fantastic Four's adventures is their home, the Baxter Building. This skyscraper, located in the heart of New York City, serves as both their headquarters and their sanctuary. Designed by Reed Richards, the Baxter Building is equipped with advanced technology that allows the team to stay ahead of their foes. It's a symbol of their unity, offering a safe space for them to regroup and strategize. Despite the constant threats they face, the Baxter Building remains a steadfast reminder of their resilience and the stability they provide each other, both as heroes and as a family. Fact 17. The cosmic scale of the Fantastic Four's adventures is one of the elements that set them apart from many other superhero teams. While they often protect Earth from villains, their missions have taken them far beyond the planet's borders to alien worlds, galaxies, and even the farthest reaches of the universe. Their encounters with cosmic entities such as Galactus, the Silver Surfer, and the Skrulls have expanded the Marvel Universe and made the Fantastic Four integral players in cosmic events. These stories offer a sense of awe and wonder, with the team constantly exploring the unknown and grappling with the vastness of existence. Fact 18. The Skrulls, a race of shape-shifting aliens, are among the most memorable antagonists the Fantastic Four have faced. First introduced in Fantastic Four number 2, the Skrulls are known for their ability to impersonate anyone they choose, creating chaos and distrust wherever they go. Their ability to infiltrate and deceive makes them formidable opponents, and their complex motives often blur the lines between villainy and survival. The Skrulls' deep connection to the Fantastic Four was further explored in the Kree-Skrull War, where the team found themselves caught in the middle of a galactic conflict between two powerful alien races. Fact 19. Throughout their many adventures, the Fantastic Four have crossed paths with some of Marvel's most iconic heroes. From Spider-Man to the Avengers, the team has become central to the larger Marvel universe. Their interactions with these characters have helped bridge the gaps between different corners of the Marvel world, making them integral to major storylines like Secret Wars and Infinity Gauntlet. They fought alongside and against some of the greatest heroes and villains in comic book history, and their presence in these stories often brings a sense of family and unity to the broader, sometimes fragmented, superhero community. Fact 20. The Fantastic Four's legacy is not just in the pages of comics, but also in various forms of media. From animated series to live-action films, their story has reached audiences across generations. The team's first animated series aired in 1967, and since then, they've appeared in multiple TV adaptations, each bringing new interpretations of the beloved characters. The 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four films introduced the team to a new generation, though their live-action representation was met with mixed reviews. Despite this, the team's charm and significance in popular culture remain unwavering, and their stories continue to inspire adaptations and reinventions. Fact 21. The relationship between Reed Richards and Sue Storm is one of the most enduring aspects of the Fantastic Four saga. Their bond has always been central to the team's dynamic, showcasing not only love, but also mutual respect and admiration. From their early days, when Reed's scientific ambitions often led him to neglect his personal life, to their eventual marriage and family, their journey together has been one of growth. Sue has often had to balance her role as a superhero with her duties as a partner and mother, and through it all, her relationship with Reed has remained A grounding force. Fact 22. In the early issues of Fantastic Four, the team faced challenges not just from external threats, but from within their own ranks. Tensions often arose between Johnny Storm and the rest of the team, especially Reed Richards. Johnny's impulsive, headstrong nature often clashed with Reed's methodical, thoughtful approach. This conflict, however, became one of the driving forces behind Johnny's growth as a character. Over time, he matured into a more responsible member of the team, learning the importance of teamwork, sacrifice, and the responsibilities that come with being a hero. His evolution mirrors that of many young people learning to balance their passions with their greater purpose. Fact 23. Ben Grimm, the Thing, is one of Marvel's most beloved tragic heroes. His transformation into a giant, rocky figure is not only a source of immense physical strength, but also a constant reminder of his internal struggle. His monstrous appearance, though a symbol of power, also isolates him from others, leading him to question his humanity. The Thing's heartache over his transformation is a recurring theme in the Fantastic Four comics, highlighting his longing to return to his former life. Yet despite his grief, Ben's devotion to his friends and family remains unwavering, and his courage inspires those around him. Fact 24. The Fantastic Four's battles with Doctor Doom are some of the most iconic in comic book history. Doom's genius and thirst for power often bring him into direct conflict with the team, particularly Reed Richards. What makes Doom such a compelling villain is not just his intelligence or desire for control, but his deep-seated insecurities and his personal rivalry with Reed. Their connection is more than that of hero and villain. It's a clash of egos, with both men possessing similar intellects and ambitions, yet using their talents in radically different ways. Doom's obsession with defeating Reed and proving his superiority has become a defining characteristic of their ongoing conflict. Fact 25. Sue Storm's powers as the Invisible Woman are among the most versatile in the Marvel Universe. At first, her abilities seemed passive. She could become invisible and create force fields, but over time, her powers grew to become formidable weapons in her own right. Her control over her force fields has allowed her to create complex structures, barriers, and even powerful blasts of energy. Sue's mastery of her powers has made her one of the most underrated characters in superhero history. Her journey from being a supportive but somewhat sidelined member of the team to a powerful and respected force reflects her inner strength and resilience. Fact 26. The Fantastic Four's adventures have taken them across time and space, but one of the most memorable elements of their stories has been their exploration of alternate realities. Through their travels, they've encountered versions of themselves and their world that have been dramatically altered by different choices and circumstances. These alternate universes, such as the House of M storyline or the Ultimate Fantastic Four series, offer fans a glimpse into what could have been, as well as how these beloved characters might behave under different pressures or in different circumstances. These storylines remind us that while the Fantastic Four may be heroes, they are also deeply human, shaped by the choices they make. Fact 27. Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue, is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, yet his powers and potential have often been a source of both wonder and fear. As a child, Franklin demonstrated reality warping abilities, capable of altering the fabric of the universe itself. His immense power if left unchecked, could pose a threat to the entire cosmos. Franklin's storyline is often a metaphor for the immense responsibility that comes with great power, and his growth throughout the comics shows him learning to control his abilities while understanding their implications on the world around him. Fact 28. The concept of the multiverse, a recurring theme in many Marvel storylines, was explored heavily in Fantastic Four comics. The team's adventures across different dimensions and timelines helped introduce the idea of parallel universes, where countless versions of reality coexist. This concept, first touched upon in Fantastic Four stories, would go on to become a central aspect of Marvel's larger narrative, particularly in story arcs like Secret Wars and Infinity Wars. The Fantastic Four's involvement in these cosmic events solidified their place as key players in the multiverse, often acting as protectors of both their world and the countless others that surround it. Fact 29. In the Fantastic Four comics, the idea of legacy plays an important role, especially with the introduction of characters like the children of Reed and Sue, Franklin, and Valeria Richards. Franklin, as mentioned, is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, but Valeria, despite being much younger, is a genius in her own right. These two characters represent the continuation of the Richardses' legacy, not only through their biological connection, but through their intellectual prowess and moral compasses. The inclusion of Franklin and Valeria in the comics offers a new generation of heroes, helping to ensure the Fantastic Four's influence endures for years to come. Fact 30. One of the more philosophical themes in Fantastic Four stories is the idea of acceptance and change. The team's journey is as much about self-acceptance as it is about defeating villains. Each member of the team has undergone significant transformations, not just physically, but emotionally. Reed Richards has had to reconcile his ambition with his family life. Sue Storm has had to come to terms with her role as a mother and superhero. Johnny Storm has learned the importance of responsibility, and Ben Grimm, despite his appearance, has come to accept his new form and embrace the family he's built. The series showcases the power of personal growth and the strength that comes from embracing who you are, flaws and all. Fact 31. The Fantastic Four's legacy extends far beyond their own comic series, influencing countless characters and storylines in the Marvel Universe. They are often seen as the first true family of superheroes, setting the stage for teams like the Avengers and X-Men to be formed. The emphasis on teamwork, sacrifice, and the complex relationships between the members helped define what it means to be part of a superhero team. Their dynamic, focusing on both individual growth and collective strength, became a model that many other superhero teams would follow, proving that heroes, even superpowered ones, need each other to succeed. Fact 32. One of the most famous and most feared beings the Fantastic Four have ever encountered is Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds. First appearing in Fantastic Four number 48, Galactus is a cosmic entity who consumes entire planets to sustain himself. The Fantastic Four's battle against him is monumental, as they must find a way to stop his inevitable destruction of Earth. Galactus is not just a physical threat, but a philosophical one as well, raising questions about fate, survival, and the nature of power. His arrival and the subsequent story arc introduced the concept of the cosmic scale within the Marvel Universe, forever altering the team's role. Fact 33. The introduction of the Silver Surfer, a herald of Galactus in Fantastic Four Create, was a turning point for the team and for Marvel Comics as a whole. The surfer's tragic backstory and his struggle with his master's insatiable hunger brought a new level of complexity to the Fantastic Four's adventures. His moral dilemma and eventual betrayal of Galactus opened the door for stories that weren't just about saving the day, but also about making difficult choices. The Silver Surfer remains one of the most iconic and tragic characters in the Marvel Universe, with his relationship with the Fantastic Four being one of the most profound in comic history. Fact 34: the marriage of Reed Richards and Sue Storm was a landmark event in comic book storytelling. Their wedding, which took place in Fantastic Four Annual Number 3, was not just a personal milestone, but a cultural one, as it was one of the first instances where a superhero marriage was shown in such a detailed and emotionally resonant way. The event was celebrated not just by the characters, but also by fans, symbolizing the merging of the superhero and civilian worlds. Their union would become a central part of their story, representing the balance between their lives as heroes and their roles as partners and parents. Fact 35: the concept of the negative zone, first introduced in Fantastic Four J51, plays a major role in the team's storylines. The negative zone is a parallel dimension, a mirror of our own world, but one that is chaotic and dangerous. Over the years, it has served as a place of exile, a battleground, and even a source of power for various characters. The first appearance of the negative zone and its eventual exploration by the Fantastic Four helped expand the boundaries of the Marvel Universe, offering endless possibilities for storytelling. It also introduced characters like Annihilus, the ruler of the negative zone, who would go on to become a significant villain in the Marvel Universe. Fact 36: another important villain in the Fantastic Four's Rogues Gallery is Annihilus, the ruler of the negative zone. Annihilus first appeared in Fantastic Four number 6, and since then, he has been a constant threat to the team. Driven by an insatiable desire for power and control, Annihilus is a relentless force, often seeking to invade and conquer other dimensions. His introduction in the Negative Zone storylines made him one of the team's most dangerous adversaries, and his role in the Annihilation Saga would solidify his status as one of the most terrifying and enduring cosmic villains in Marvel history. Fact 37: the character of Crystal, a member of the Inhumans, has a complicated history with the Fantastic Four, especially with Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Crystal's powers, which include the ability to control the elements, first brought her into the Fantastic Four's orbit during a storyline in which the team had to assist the Inhumans. Eventually, Crystal and Johnny developed a romantic relationship, and she became an official member of the team for a period. Her time with the Fantastic Four highlighted the connections between various superhero groups in the Marvel Universe and further emphasized the importance of teamwork, not just within the Fantastic Four, but among the greater superhero community. Fact 38: the Inhumans, an ancient race of superpowered beings, have a complex and intertwined history with the Fantastic Four. Introduced in Fantastic Four $45, the Inhumans were a group of genetically altered beings, each with unique powers. The relationship between the Fantastic Four and the Inhumans has been pivotal, with the two groups often working together to protect Earth from cosmic threats. The introduction of the Inhumans, particularly characters like Black Bolt and Medusa, expanded the Marvel Universe, offering readers a glimpse into another world of advanced civilization and powerful, often tragic figures. Fact 39. The concept of the Future Foundation, created by Reed Richards, represents his desire to inspire and nurture a new generation of heroes. First introduced in Fantastic Four, the US 611, the Future Foundation is an organization dedicated to educating and training young minds with extraordinary abilities. The group is made up of children, including Franklin Richards, who possess unique powers. Reed's vision for the Future Foundation is one of hope, where young people are given the tools and knowledge to shape a better future. This storyline reflects Reed's growing understanding of his role not just as a scientist, but as a mentor and father. Fact 40. One of the most significant moments in the history of the Fantastic Four came when the team was disbanded following the events of Civil War. During this storyline, Reed and Sue had to make difficult decisions about their roles in the superhero community, especially in light of the government's new Registration Act. The emotional toll this took on the team was immense, and for a time, they were forced to go their separate ways. The breakup of the Fantastic Four highlighted the personal struggles that each member of the team faced, but also their deep commitment to the greater good, even when it meant making sacrifices. Fact 41. The Fantastic Four comics have always been deeply rooted in the theme of sacrifice. Throughout their history, the team has made countless personal sacrifices to protect Earth and the universe. Reed Richards, often the most intellectual member of the group, has faced internal struggles when it comes to balancing his scientific pursuits with his duties as a father and husband. Sue Storm has often put herself in danger to protect her family, especially when faced with threats that could destroy not just Earth, but everything she holds dear. Their willingness to sacrifice their own well being for the greater good has made them true heroes, not just because of their powers, but because of their deep love for one another. Fact 42. The city of Latveria, ruled by Doctor Doom, plays a significant role in the Fantastic Four saga. Latveria is a small, fictional Eastern European country, often depicted as being under the tyrannical rule of Doctor Doom. This setting has allowed for numerous politically charged storylines, where Doom's efforts to control his country and manipulate global events often put him at odds with the Fantastic Four. The relationship between Doom and the Fantastic Four is one of complex rivalry. While Doom is often portrayed as a dictator and a villain, his connection to Reed Richards and his tragic past make him a far more nuanced character than most villains. Fact 43. One of the most emotional story arcs in the Fantastic Four series involves the death and resurrection of the Human Torch. In Fantastic Four, number 416, Johnny Storm sacrifices himself to stop the alien entity, the Psycho Man, from conquering Earth. His death was a heartbreaking moment for the team, as Johnny had always been the fiery, youthful spirit that kept the team's energy alive. However, as is often the case in comic books, death is not permanent. Johnny was eventually brought back to life, and his return was a powerful reminder of the resilience of the Fantastic Four as a family. Fact 44. The concept of the Galactus trilogy, which includes Fantastic Four 48 to 50, is one of the most celebrated storylines in comic book history. This three-part arc introduced the world to Galactus, the cosmic being who devours entire planets to sustain himself, and his herald, the Silver Surfer. The Fantastic Four's battle against Galactus to save Earth is not just an epic battle of strength, but a story filled with existential themes about the survival of planets, the nature of power, and the greater cosmic order. The saga had a profound effect on the Marvel Universe, shifting its focus from street level heroes to cosmic threats. Fact 45: the idea of the Fantastic Four as a team of flawed, multidimensional characters was groundbreaking for its time. While other superhero groups were often depicted as flawless, with heroes who could do no wrong, the Fantastic Four were distinctly human in their struggles. Reed Richards, for all his brilliance, often made poor personal decisions, especially when it came to his relationships with Sue. Johnny Storm's reckless nature and Ben Grimm's constant struggle with self acceptance made the team feel real. This emotional complexity set the Fantastic Four apart from other superhero teams and helped establish their enduring legacy in the world of comics. Fact 46: the Fantastic Four's influence on the comic book industry is immense. They helped usher in a new era of storytelling in superhero comics, characterized by character driven narratives that focused not only on action, but also on the emotional lives of the heroes. Their stories often tackled real world issues, such as fear of the unknown, personal sacrifice, and the struggle for acceptance. This shift in focus from pure action to the emotional depth of the characters was a major departure from the superhero comics of the 1940s and 1950s, paving the way for more complex and nuanced stories that would follow. Fact 47: the introduction of the character of the Watcher in Fantastic Four number 13 brought a unique element to the series. The Watcher, an ancient and powerful being who observes the universe without intervening, would go on to become a central figure in many Marvel storylines. His role as a passive observer, bound by a vow not to interfere in the events he witnesses, added a layer of cosmic mysticism to the Fantastic Four stories. His presence also introduced the concept of higher beings, beyond even the cosmic powers of characters like Galactus, who could view the universe from a detached, godlike perspective. Fact 48: another character integral to the Fantastic Four lore is the character of Namor the Submariner, the often controversial king of Atlantis. Namor's first appearance in Marvel Comics number 1 predated the formation of the Fantastic Four, but his interactions with the team became central to their narrative. Namor is a complicated character, part hero, part anti-hero, who often acts out of a sense of pride and loyalty to his underwater kingdom. His rivalry with the surface world, and the Fantastic Four specifically, has led to numerous clashes, especially with Reed Richards, whom he has a long-standing and intense rivalry with over Sue Storm's affections. Fact 49: the introduction of the villain Annihilus in Fantastic Four The Church 6 marked the beginning of one of the most iconic storylines in the series. Annihilus, ruler of the Negative Zone, is a powerful being who wields a cosmic power capable of wiping out entire worlds. His presence in the Fantastic Four comics helped to elevate the stakes for the team, pushing them into cosmic battles that were far more intense and far-reaching than the usual street-level threats they faced. Annihilus's relentless pursuit of domination and his desire to conquer the positive universe made him one of the most dangerous and formidable enemies the team has ever faced. Fact 50: the creation of the character of the Inhumans, especially through the characters like Black Bolt and Medusa, also has deep ties to the Fantastic Four. First introduced in Fantastic Four number 45, the Inhumans were an ancient race of superpowered beings who had been genetically altered by the Kree, an alien race. The Inhumans' arrival in the Fantastic Four comics was not just an introduction of new characters, but also a commentary on the themes of genetic manipulation, evolution, and the dangers of tampering with nature. The Inhumans would later go on to have their own series, but their roots are deeply tied to the Fantastic Four's legacy. Fact 51. One of the most powerful and transformative story arcs in Fantastic Four history is the trial of Reed Richards. This storyline, which takes place in Fantastic Four, figure 262, 263, centers around Reed being put on trial by a cosmic entity called the Supreme Intelligence. Reed, who had often been seen as the calm, intellectual leader of the team, is forced to confront the consequences of his actions and his role in creating cosmic conflicts. The trial is a deeply emotional journey for Reed, showing that even the most brilliant and well-intentioned heroes must face their mistakes, adding a layer of complexity to his character. Fact 52. The Fantastic Four's connection to the multiverse is one of the defining elements of their storytelling. Through their adventures, they have encountered numerous alternate realities where they've faced different versions of themselves, and sometimes even their own world has been destroyed. One of the most notable of these storylines is the House of M arc, which presents a world where mutants have become the dominant species. These stories of parallel worlds and alternate realities explore the notion of fate and free will, showing that the decisions we make can have vast, world-changing consequences. The Fantastic Four's journey through the multiverse is a constant reminder of how interconnected and fragile existence can be. Fact 53. The Fantastic Four's greatest achievements often involve them stepping up to challenges that seem insurmountable, including their battle against the cosmic threat of Galactus, their fight to save Earth from being consumed by the Devourer of Worlds, particularly in the classic Galactus trilogy, was a defining moment for the team. It was not only a battle of strength and strategy, but one of compassion, as the team sought a way to stop Galactus without further destruction. This act of mercy toward a villain like Galactus demonstrated the heart and soul of the Fantastic Four, their belief that there is always hope, even in the darkest of situations. Fact 54. The character of Valeria Richards, the daughter of Reed and Sue, has become an important part of the Fantastic Four legacy. First introduced in Fantastic Four 267, Valeria's genius intellect mirrors that of her father. What sets her apart, however, is her deep emotional intelligence, which allows her to balance Reed's logic with Sue's compassion. Valeria's role within the team expands over time as she becomes more than just the child of the family, but a brilliant young mind in her own right, shaping the future of the team and ensuring their legacy is carried on for generations. Fact 55. The Fantastic Four's relationship with the Inhumans has evolved over time, with the two groups frequently crossing paths due to their mutual connections to the Kree and the larger cosmic conflicts. The Inhumans were first introduced in Fantastic Four's per 45, and their interactions with the team are often framed by their shared experience of genetic manipulation. Their deep connection to Earth's future and their often tragic history as a race make them fascinating characters. This relationship highlights the importance of family bonds, both biological and chosen, within the context of superhero stories. the Inhumans continue to play a role in the Fantastic Four's epic tales. Fact 56. The introduction of the character of Medusa, a member of the Inhumans, brought a unique dynamic to the Fantastic Four stories. Medusa's relationship with Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, was an important part of the Fantastic Four's narrative during the 1970s. Medusa's powers, which allow her to control her hair in extraordinary ways, and her loyalty to the Inhumans, often put her at odds with the team. However, her relationship with Johnny helped develop both her character and his, allowing the two to grow beyond their initial misunderstandings. Medusa's complex journey is a reflection of the broader theme of growth and change within the Fantastic Four universe. Fact 57. The Fantastic Four's adventures have often been driven by the creative minds of their writers and artists who have shaped their stories in groundbreaking ways. One of the most significant creative shifts occurred during the tenure of writer John Byrne in the 1980s. His run on the Fantastic Four revitalized the team, bringing them back to their core dynamic while simultaneously exploring their relationships with the larger Marvel Universe. Byrne's storytelling introduced some of the most important moments in the team's history, from Reed and Sue's reconciliation to the addition of new, memorable characters. His influence on the series cannot be overstated. Fact 58. The character of the Black Panther, King T'Challa, and his relationship with the Fantastic Four has been one of mutual respect and alliance. First introduced in Fantastic Four years 52, Black Panther's appearance marked the first time that a black superhero had been featured in a mainstream Marvel comic. T'Challa's intellect and strength and nobility made him an ally of the Fantastic Four, especially when the team needed help dealing with international or cosmic threats. His strong moral compass and sense of duty fit well with the Fantastic Four's values, and their shared goal of protecting the world from evil solidified their bond. Fact 59. The Fantastic Four comics often explore the idea of legacy, and this is especially true when it comes to their children, Franklin and Valeria Richards. Franklin's immense powers, which allow him to alter reality itself, make him one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. However, Franklin's journey is also marked by his struggle to control these abilities and the responsibility that comes with them. Valeria, while still young, is already a brilliant mind, and her potential to carry on the legacy of the Richards family looms large. Together, they represent the future of the Fantastic Four, and their development has been central to the ongoing stories. Fact 60. One of the most significant events in the Fantastic Four's history came when the team was disbanded during the Civil War crossover event. This storyline, which had widespread consequences for the entire Marvel Universe, put Reed Richards and Sue Storm at odds with the other superheroes over the government's Superhuman Registration Act. Their decision to side with the anti-registration forces created a deep rift within the superhero community. The disbanding of the team was not just a physical separation, but also an emotional one, as the bonds between the members were tested in ways that had never been seen before. This storyline explored themes of division, loyalty, and the complexities of heroism. Fact 61. The Fantastic Four's role in Marvel's major crossover events is one of the defining aspects of their story. They have been at the heart of many significant storylines that span the entire Marvel Universe. For instance, in Secret Wars, 1984, the team played a pivotal role in a battle that brought together heroes and villains from multiple universes. The event was cosmic in scope, and the Fantastic Four had to contend with some of their greatest foes, both on Earth and in faraway realms. Their involvement in such large scale events solidified their place as key players in Marvel's grand tapestry. Fact 62. Another landmark event in Fantastic Four history occurred when the team encountered the villainous, godlike entity known as Onslaught. Onslaught was an amalgamation of Professor X and Magneto's minds, and his power was so immense that it threatened the entire world. The Fantastic Four's involvement in the battle against Onslaught was critical as they joined forces with other superheroes, including the Avengers and X-Men, to prevent the destruction of their reality. The event showcased the Fantastic Four's importance as a cornerstone in the Marvel Universe and demonstrated their ability to unite with others when the stakes were high. Fact 63. The legacy of the Fantastic Four has often been explored through their villains, many of whom are as complex and multifaceted as the team itself. One such villain is the Mole Man, who first appeared in Fantastic Four Number 1. The Mole Man, whose obsession with underground creatures and his desire for conquest led him to clash with the Fantastic Four, is one of the team's earliest foes. However, over time, the Mole Man's motivations have been explored in greater depth, showing him not as a mere villain, but a tragic figure, misunderstood and rejected by society, seeking power as a way to overcome his isolation. Fact 64. The Fantastic Four's dynamic was forever altered with the introduction of Sharon Ventura, also known as She-Thing. First appearing in Fantastic Four number 276, Sharon was a member of the team who was transformed into a female version of the Thing. Her introduction added a layer of complexity to the team's relationships, especially with Ben Grimm, whose identity had been so tightly linked to his monstrous form. Sharon's time with the team helped explore the themes of identity and acceptance as she navigated the challenges of balancing her new form with her old self, much like Ben had done before her. Fact 65. The Fantastic Four's interactions with the cosmic being known as the Watcher have always been a key part of their adventures. The Watcher, a mysterious and omnipotent being, has often been a quiet observer of the team's battles, but his role as a cosmic figure has made him an important figure in the team's journey. His ability to witness entire galaxies and time periods has made him a symbol of the vastness of the universe, offering the Fantastic Four a glimpse into forces far greater than themselves. His quiet influence has often served as a reminder of the responsibility heroes have in shaping the world around them. Fact 66. Throughout their adventures, the Fantastic Four has crossed paths with countless other superheroes, some of whom have become central to their storylines. One such character is Spider-Man, who first teamed up with the Fantastic Four in Amazing Spider-Man number 1 in 1963. The team's partnership with Spider-Man was a natural one, as both groups dealt with the complexities of balancing superhero duties with personal lives. Spider-Man's youthful energy and quick wit brought a new dynamic to the Fantastic Four, while the team's more mature approach to heroism helped guide him as he navigated the challenges of being a young hero in a vast and, sometimes, unforgiving world. Fact 67. One of the most unique and significant storylines in Fantastic Four history is the introduction of the character of Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue. Franklin, who possesses reality warping abilities, has been one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. His powers have often been both a blessing and a curse, as they come with immense responsibility. Franklin's abilities to alter reality itself have caused the team to grapple with the question of whether his power can ever be fully controlled. His presence in the comics has opened up discussions about fate, free will, and the ethics of wielding such extraordinary power. Fact 68: the Fantastic Four's connection to the cosmic forces of the universe is integral to their story. One of the team's most significant cosmic adventures involved their involvement with the Celestials, ancient beings of immense power whose actions have shaped the Marvel Universe in profound ways. The Celestials are responsible for the creation of the Inhumans and many other cosmic entities, and their relationship with the Fantastic Four has often been one of both awe and fear. The team's interactions with the Celestials highlighted the vastness of the universe and the deep impact these beings had on the lives of both heroes and villains alike. Fact 69: the Fantastic Four's impact extends far beyond comics, with the team appearing in animated television series, video games, and multiple live action films. The team's first animated series debuted in 1967, and since then, they've been featured in several iterations of animated shows, each bringing their own unique flavor to the characters. The Fantastic Four films, starting with the 2005 and 2007 live action adaptations, brought the team to a new generation of fans. While these films have received mixed reviews, they introduced the iconic heroes to a mainstream audience, helping solidify the Fantastic Four's place in popular culture. Fact 70: one of the most unique aspects of the Fantastic Four is the team's ability to constantly evolve. Their characters, relationships, and storylines have grown over the years, allowing them to remain relevant and exciting even decades after their debut. As new writers and artists have taken over the series, they've introduced fresh ideas while still maintaining the core values that made the Fantastic Four so beloved. The team's evolution mirrors the changing times as they've adapted to reflect the hopes, fears, and dreams of new generations of fans. This adaptability is part of what keeps the Fantastic Four's legacy alive. Fact 71: the Fantastic Four's connection with the character of the Silver Surfer is one of the most profound relationships in the Marvel Universe. First introduced in Fantastic Four or 48 as a herald of Galactus, the Silver Surfer, or Norrin Radd, is a tragic figure. He sacrificed his own planet to save his people and became a servant to the cosmic devourer, Galactus. Over time, the Silver Surfer broke free from Galactus's control and formed a close bond with the Fantastic Four, especially with Sue and Reed. His internal conflict, his struggle for redemption, and his eventual freedom serve as a poignant story of hope, loss, and the search for meaning. Fact 72: throughout their adventures, the Fantastic Four has been a team that not only protects Earth, but also delves into the deepest reaches of the universe. One such journey took them to the distant realm of the Negative Zone, a dimension filled with dangers and alien life. The Negative Zone has been a place of both refuge and peril for the Fantastic Four, offering them new challenges and adversaries. One of the most memorable villains from the Negative Zone is Annihilus, a powerful being who seeks to escape his dimension and conquer others. The Fantastic Four's time in the negative zone helped expand their cosmic lore and solidify their role as protectors on a universal scale. Fact 73. The Fantastic Four has always been a team focused on family, and this is most clearly seen in their relationship with Reed and Sue's children, Franklin and Valeria Richards. Franklin's incredible reality warping abilities make him one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. Despite his young age, Franklin has been involved in some of the most important cosmic events. His powers have the potential to reshape the very fabric of reality, and as he matures, Franklin's role as a protector and as a member of the Fantastic Four continues to grow. Valeria, though younger, shows remarkable intelligence and determination, often rivaling her father Reed's genius. Their presence highlights the enduring legacy of the Richards family as they continue to shape the future of both the Fantastic Four and the Marvel Universe. Fact 74. The Fantastic Four's encounters with the cosmic entity known as Galactus have defined some of their most iconic stories. Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds, has crossed paths with the team multiple times, and their struggles against him have been central to their mythos. However, the team's relationship with Galactus is complex. They have fought to save Earth from being consumed by Galactus, but they have also shown mercy to him on occasion, highlighting their belief in the possibility of redemption and change. This conflict, in which the team is forced to balance compassion with the need to protect their world, has made the Fantastic Four's adventures with Galactus a deeply philosophical and emotional journey. Fact 75. The Fantastic Four's place within the Marvel Universe has always been that of a family, but they are also a symbol of the larger themes of unity and cooperation. Over the years, their relationships with other superhero teams, such as the Avengers and the X-Men, have highlighted the importance of collaboration. The Fantastic Four have frequently teamed up with these groups to face threats that are too great for any single team to handle. These crossovers serve not only to unite heroes, but to show that even the most powerful individuals are stronger when they work together toward a common goal. Fact 76. One of the most important arcs in the Fantastic Four comics involves the story of the Invisible Woman's evolution. Sue Storm, originally seen as the quiet, supportive member of the team, becomes a formidable force in her own right. Over time, her powers evolve beyond invisibility, allowing her to create force fields of immense strength and power. Sue's growth as a character mirrors her increasing confidence and her role as a leader within the team. Her development has allowed her to step out of the shadows of her male counterparts, making her one of the most powerful and respected superheroes in the Marvel Universe. Fact 77. The Fantastic Four has always been at the forefront of addressing the emotional and psychological toll that being a superhero can take. One of the most poignant examples of this is the character of Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. Ben's transformation into the Thing, with his large, rocky exterior, is a constant reminder of his personal sacrifice. His internal struggles with his appearance, his feelings of alienation, and his desire to return to his human form have made him one of the most tragic and relatable characters in superhero history. Ben's journey has shown the Fantastic Four to be a team that understands the importance of acceptance and inner strength. Fact 78. The Fantastic Four's most famous villain, Doctor Doom, is one of the most complex and tragic characters in the Marvel Universe. Born Victor Von Doom, he was once a brilliant scientist like Reed Richards, but his obsessive quest for power led him down a dark path. Doom's genius is matched only by his arrogance, and his hatred for Reed Richards became the driving force of his villainy. However, Doom's character is far from one dimensional. His tragic past, his love for his deceased mother, and his own internal struggle with his identity have made him a villain that many readers sympathize with, even as he continues to be a formidable adversary for the Fantastic Four. Fact 79. The Fantastic Four's importance in the Marvel Universe extends far beyond their own comic series. They are often the first line of defense when it comes to threats that could destroy the entire universe. Their role in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline is a prime example of this. As Thanos, the Mad Titan, seeks to wield the power of the Infinity Gems, it is the Fantastic Four that helps rally the heroes of the Marvel Universe to stop him. Their involvement in such a monumental event further establishes them as central figures in the greater Marvel narrative, proving that their place in the cosmos is one of immeasurable importance. Fact 80. The Fantastic Four's most enduring legacy is not just in the battles they've won or the villains they've defeated, but in the way they've shaped the world around them. The team's commitment to family, to each other, and to the greater good has inspired generations of fans. Their stories have always been about more than just fighting crime or saving the world. They are about love, sacrifice, identity, and the power of unity. The Fantastic Four is a team built on the belief that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, the strength of family can overcome anything. Fact 81. One of the most significant narrative elements in Fantastic Four history is the team's constant battle to maintain their humanity while dealing with immense cosmic and personal challenges. This theme is especially evident in the Fantastic Four's early storylines, where the members were often pitted against foes with far greater powers, such as the mighty Galactus or the alien Skrulls. Despite their superhuman abilities, the team struggles with internal doubts and fears, making them relatable heroes. Their ongoing quest to balance their personal lives with their responsibilities as protectors of the Earth showcases their humanity amidst cosmic adversity. Fact 82. The Fantastic Four's connection to the larger Marvel Universe is often explored through their interactions with other iconic characters. A notable example is their collaboration with the Avengers. While both teams often work independently, their alliances have been essential in times of crisis. Their crossovers with other Marvel heroes, including Spider-Man, the X-Men, and even Thor, have expanded the Fantastic Four's reach and impact. These collaborations not only serve to heighten the stakes of the storylines they share, but also demonstrate that while the Fantastic Four is a family unit, they are never isolated in their efforts to save the world. Fact 83. A particularly poignant story arc in Fantastic Four history is the relationship between Ben Grimm, the Thing, and Alicia Masters, his love interest. Alicia, a blind sculptor, sees beyond Ben's monstrous appearance and loves him for who he is inside. Their relationship explores themes of beauty, acceptance, and unconditional love, even in the face of adversity. Alicia's unwavering love for Ben has helped him navigate his deep insecurities about his appearance and humanity. This relationship has become a defining part of Ben's character, offering a touch of tenderness amidst his otherwise turbulent journey as the Thing. Fact 84. The Fantastic Four's adventures often explore themes of personal sacrifice, particularly in relation to the team's leader, Reed Richards. Reed's overwhelming commitment to science and saving the world often comes at a personal cost, particularly in his relationships with Sue and their children. Reed's deep sense of responsibility and his desire to better the world can sometimes make him distant or emotionally unavailable, leading to struggles in his marriage. This tension is part of what makes Reed such a layered character, and his journey often focuses on finding balance between his duty as a hero and his role as a husband and father. Fact 85. The character of the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, is one of the Fantastic Four's most dynamic members. Known for his fiery powers, both literally and figuratively, Johnny's journey is one of growth and maturation. Initially, Johnny was impulsive, brash, and hot headed, often seeking glory and attention. Over time, however, he learns the value of responsibility and becomes more self aware, realizing that his actions affect not just himself, but those around him. Johnny's character arc reflects the journey from youthful recklessness to a more responsible hero, showcasing his development as a key member of the team and a beloved character in his own right. Fact 86. One of the defining characteristics of the Fantastic Four is their ability to face some of the most dangerous cosmic entities in the Marvel Universe. Galactus, with his insatiable hunger for planets, has been a recurring threat to Earth, and the Fantastic Four has always been at the forefront of saving the planet from his destruction. The team's courage in confronting such overwhelming odds, especially in their first encounter with Galactus, demonstrates not only their heroic nature, but their deep commitment to the protection of Earth. Their ability to rise to the challenge of facing such an existential threat is what makes the Fantastic Four timeless. Fact 87. Doctor Doom remains one of the Fantastic Four's most complex and intriguing villains. His intelligence rivals that of Reed Richards, but his desire for power and control over Latveria, and later the world, fuels his villainy. Doom's motivations are often driven by personal tragedy, notably the loss of his mother and his inability to accept his own flaws. His relationship with Reed is a tragic one, as both were once friends and fellow scholars before their paths diverged. Doom's actions are often driven by a need to prove himself superior to Reed, making him both a formidable adversary and a tragic figure. Fact 88. The Fantastic Four's many battles with villains have always been about more than just physical confrontations. They often involve moral dilemmas and deep emotional stakes. A prime example of this is the Fantastic Four's long-running struggle with the Skrulls, an alien race capable of shape-shifting and infiltrating human society. The Skrulls' ability to impersonate key figures, including members of the Fantastic Four, has forced the team to grapple with issues of trust and deception. These battles with the Skrulls were not just about defeating an alien threat, but about maintaining the integrity of the team and protecting Earth from internal and external threats. Fact 89. In the Fantastic Four comics, the concept of family is central to the team's identity. While their adventures often take them into space or alternate dimensions, it is their bond as a family that provides them with the strength to overcome even the most formidable adversaries. Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm are not just a team of superheroes, they are a family who care deeply for each other. The Fantastic Four's ability to work together, despite their differences and their unwavering loyalty to each other, is what makes them one of the most beloved superhero teams of all time. Fact 90. The Fantastic Four's status as one of the first and most enduring superhero teams in comic book history is a testament to their legacy. Since their debut in 1961, they have inspired generations of readers, writers, and artists alike. Their stories, which balance grand cosmic adventures with deep personal struggles, have made them a vital part of the Marvel Universe. The team's focus on family, loyalty, and the pursuit of a greater good resonates with readers, and their continued relevance in both comics and popular culture proves the timeless nature of their stories. Fact 91. One of the most enduring aspects of the Fantastic Four is their dynamic relationship with their arch nemesis, Doctor Doom. Although Doom is often portrayed as the quintessential villain in the Fantastic Four's world, his complexity lies in the motivations that drive him. Unlike many other villains, Doom does not seek power simply for dominance, but is driven by a deep need to correct what he perceives as the world's injustices, especially his own personal losses. His intelligence, similar to Reed's, creates a rivalry that goes beyond good versus evil. It's a battle of egos, with Reed and Doom each seeing the other as an obstacle to their ideal vision of the world. Fact 92. The Fantastic Four has always been a team that embraces both their heroic duties and the everyday challenges of being human. In particular, Reed Richards, despite being a genius, struggles with personal connections and relationships, often prioritizing his scientific endeavors over his family. This tension within the Fantastic Four's core dynamic has been explored many times, particularly with Reed's sometimes cold and distant demeanor. However, this flaw in Reed's character makes him a much more relatable hero, and his ongoing attempts to balance his intellect with his emotional obligations make him one of the most multidimensional characters in comic book history. Fact 93. The Fantastic Four's first appearance was not just an introduction to a new team of superheroes, it was the beginning of a new era for Marvel Comics. When Fantastic Four number 1 was published in 1961, it revolutionized the comic book world. Unlike earlier superheroes, who were often solitary figures, the Fantastic Four was a team that emphasized collaboration, family, and teamwork. Their dynamic set the stage for the creation of other famous superhero teams, such as the Avengers and X-Men. The Fantastic Four helped establish Marvel as a company focused not just on superheroes, but on real human emotions and relationships. Fact 94. In addition to their physical battles, the Fantastic Four has faced numerous moral dilemmas that have tested their unity. One of the most profound is the moral question posed by their powers. Each member of the team is gifted with extraordinary abilities that come with their own set of responsibilities. Over time, the Fantastic Four has had to confront the consequences of their actions, including the inadvertent harm they may cause while trying to protect Earth. These emotional struggles, particularly for characters like Ben Grimm, who feels cursed by his transformation into the Thing, add depth to the team's stories and showcase the price of heroism. Fact 95. The Fantastic Four's adventures extend far beyond Earth, often taking them to distant galaxies, alternate dimensions, and even into time itself. One of the most iconic storylines involving time travel is the Fantastic Four's encounter with the time traveling villain, Kang the Conqueror. Kang, who is known for manipulating the timeline and attempting to conquer various eras, has been a recurring adversary. His complex relationship with the Fantastic Four explores themes of destiny, fate, and the possibility of changing the course of history. Through their battles with Kang, the team learned that even in the most uncertain of times, their bond as a family would guide them. Fact 96. Throughout their history, the Fantastic Four has often been a mirror of the changing social and political climates of the time. Their stories have frequently addressed issues such as government control, the ethics of scientific experimentation, and the role of superheroes in society. During the 1960s, the Fantastic Four helped reflect the era's concerns about technology and its potential consequences. Their stories served as both entertainment and social commentary, providing readers with more than just escapism, but also a chance to reflect on their world. This willingness to engage with contemporary issues is part of what has made the Fantastic Four so enduring. Fact 97. The relationship between the Fantastic Four and the cosmic entity known as Galactus has shaped the team's place within the broader Marvel Universe. Galactus is one of the most powerful beings in existence, and his hunger for entire planets has brought him into conflict with the Fantastic Four multiple times. Their initial battle with Galactus in the Galactus trilogy, Fantastic Four 148 to 50, is a defining moment, showing the team's ability to face overwhelming odds. However, over time, the Fantastic Four's encounters with Galactus have evolved into a complex interaction. The team has seen Galactus not just as a threat, but as a force that must be understood, sometimes even saving him from greater cosmic forces. Fact 98. The Fantastic Four's role in the Marvel Universe is not just limited to Earth. The team's influence reaches across the galaxy, and their exploration of the unknown has allowed them to interact with some of the most powerful cosmic beings in existence. Their journey into the Skrull homeworld and their subsequent struggles with the alien race, known for their shape-shifting abilities, are among the most iconic events in their history. These encounters not only serve as epic battles, but also raise questions about identity, belonging, and the complexities of intergalactic diplomacy. Fact 99. In the Fantastic Four's story, the concept of legacy is explored in depth, particularly through the character of Franklin Richards. As the son of Reed and Sue, Franklin is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, with the ability to warp reality itself. This immense power, however, comes with a burden. As Franklin matures, he faces the challenges of controlling his abilities and understanding the true scope of his power. His relationship with his parents is one of mutual growth and learning, and his evolving role within the Fantastic Four highlights the importance of passing on both knowledge and responsibility to the next generation. Fact 100. The Fantastic Four has long been a symbol of hope, resilience, and the importance of family in overcoming adversity. Their stories have not only entertained readers for decades, but have also provided an emotional core for the Marvel Universe. Their willingness to sacrifice for one another, despite their differences and challenges, has made them a team beloved by fans across the world. The Fantastic Four's journey is a testament to the power of unity, the strength found in love and friendship, and the belief that even in the face of the unknown, there is always hope for a brighter future. Fact 101: the Fantastic Four's exploration of alternate realities and universes is one of the most fascinating aspects of their adventures. Through their encounters with different dimensions and timelines, the team has come across versions of themselves that are vastly different from their Earth 616 counterparts. One of the most iconic examples of this is the Ultimate Fantastic Four series, which reimagines the team in a modern, darker setting. In this alternate universe, the characters have slightly different origins, powers, and relationships, offering readers a fresh perspective on these familiar heroes. These alternate realities as help illustrate the flexibility of the Fantastic Four's legacy. Fact 102: the creation of the Fantastic Four was revolutionary, not just because of their superhero status, but also because of the team dynamic. The decision to make the Fantastic Four a family unit, with all the internal struggles and emotional depth that family dynamics bring, was groundbreaking for the time. Unlike other teams of superheroes, who were often portrayed as simply working together due to their powers, the Fantastic Four were drawn together by love, personal connections, and the desire to protect one another. This emphasis on family relationships helped the Fantastic Four become one of the most emotionally resonant teams in comic book history. Fact 103: one of the most significant recurring threats the Fantastic Four faces is the Skrulls, a race of shape-shifting aliens. First introduced in Fantastic Four number 2, the Skrulls have remained a major part of the Fantastic Four's lore, often infiltrating Earth and posing as key figures in the superhero community. Their ability to impersonate others makes them dangerous enemies, as it forces the Fantastic Four to question who they can trust. The Skrulls' long-standing rivalry with the Fantastic Four also explores themes of identity, deception, and the impact of shape-shifting on personal relationships. Fact 104: one of the most heart-wrenching moments in Fantastic Four history occurred during the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. In this arc, the Mad Titan, Thanos, acquires the all-powerful Infinity Gauntlet, allowing him to control reality itself. During this event, the Fantastic Four is involved in the massive conflict that could destroy the universe. Despite the dire circumstances, the Fantastic Four's unshakable bond as a family is a beacon of hope. The storyline serves as a reminder of their strength, not only in the face of cosmic threats, but also in their unwavering support of each other during moments of despair. Fact 105: the Fantastic Four's adventures often take them into the unknown, but one of their most significant journeys involves their trip to the negative zone. First introduced in Fantastic Four, Creativity 1, the negative zone is a parallel dimension that is both a prison and a source of untold dangers. The Fantastic Four's exploration of this dimension has led to some of their most intense and dangerous battles. The negative zone serves as a reminder of the infinite possibilities in the universe and the importance of venturing beyond the familiar to face greater challenges. Fact 106: Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, is one of the most complex characters in the Fantastic Four comics. His transformation into a giant, rocky creature has always been a source of internal conflict for Ben, as he struggles with his identity and appearance. Despite his outwardly tough persona, Ben is deeply vulnerable and often grapples with feelings of isolation. His emotional journey is central to the Fantastic Four narrative, and his struggle to accept himself and his new form makes him one of the most relatable and enduring characters in the Marvel Universe. His bond with the team helps him find a sense of belonging. Fact 107: the Fantastic Four has always been at the forefront of exploring cosmic and existential themes. Their battles with powerful cosmic entities, such as Galactus, the Celestials, and the Watchers, have not only tested their physical strength, but also their understanding of their place in the universe. These encounters often force the Fantastic Four to grapple with the larger questions of existence, purpose, and the nature of power. Their role as protectors of Earth is constantly challenged by these cosmic threats, but it is their belief in the inherent value of life and love that guides them through these battles. Fact 108: the addition of characters like Crystal from the Inhumans and She-Thing, Sharon Ventura, expanded the Fantastic Four's roster and provided fresh dynamics within the team. Crystal's ability to manipulate the elements made her a powerful ally, and her time with the team highlighted the Fantastic Four's connection to other Marvel factions, such as the Inhumans. She-Thing's introduction also explored themes of identity and transformation, as Sharon Ventura's journey mirrored that of Ben Grimm's in many ways. These characters provided new layers to the Fantastic Four's story, emphasizing the team's growth and their ability to adapt to new challenges. Fact 109: one of the most powerful emotional moments in the Fantastic Four comics came when Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, sacrificed himself in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. At one point, Johnny appears to perish while trying to stop Thanos. This moment was a deeply emotional one for the team, as they had come to rely on Johnny's youthful energy and optimism. His death not only showcased his willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, but also highlighted the Fantastic Four's theme of familial love and the lengths each member will go to protect the others. Johnny's eventual return was a moment of hope. Fact 110: one of the most defining elements of the Fantastic Four's history is their ability to evolve while staying true to their core values. While their early adventures were heavily focused on action and adventure, over the years, the Fantastic Four has become a team that explores more nuanced themes of responsibility, family, and self-identity. The dynamic between the members has shifted, with characters like Sue Storm becoming more assertive and Ben Grimm finding peace with his appearance. The Fantastic Four's continued evolution ensures that their stories remain relevant and emotionally impactful for readers, no matter the era. Fact 111: one of the Fantastic Four's most profound relationships is between Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, and Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Their romantic relationship has been a central element of the series, not just as a couple, but as two equals who, despite their differences, complement one another perfectly. Reed's intellect and scientific genius often put him at the forefront of their battles, but Sue's ability to protect and defend the team with her force fields has been invaluable in keeping the team safe. Their marriage, full of ups and downs, reflects the deep bond of love, sacrifice, and understanding that strengthens their family. Fact 112: the Fantastic Four has always been a team driven by exploration of not just new worlds, but new ideas. Their adventures often take them to strange dimensions, alien planets, and even across time itself. One of the most memorable explorations involved their journey to the Skrull homeworld. The Skrulls a race of shape-shifting aliens, have long been a thorn in the Fantastic Four's side, and their encounter with the Skrulls in their native home provided a deeper understanding of the alien race and their complex motivations. This storyline explored themes of identity, deception, and the challenges of diplomacy in the superhero world. Fact 113: Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue, is not just a supporting character in the Fantastic Four saga, but one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. With reality warping abilities, Franklin has played a significant role in several major storylines. One of the most interesting aspects of Franklin's character is his struggle to understand the scope and responsibility of his powers. Despite his youth, Franklin is often faced with moral dilemmas about how and when to use his abilities. His journey mirrors that of other Fantastic Four members in terms of learning to control and balance power with compassion. Fact 114: Throughout their history, the Fantastic Four have often been faced with situations that question the nature of power and authority. Their ongoing battle with figures like Doctor Doom and Galactus often involves not just physical confrontations, but philosophical debates about the role of heroes and the responsibility of those with great power. These battles go beyond saving the world. They ask questions about sacrifice, ethics, and what it truly means to be a hero. These themes of moral ambiguity and the weight of decision making resonate strongly with readers, making the Fantastic Four not just a team of heroes, but a symbol of complex, real world issues. Fact 115: The Fantastic Four's connections to cosmic beings, such as the Celestials and the Watchers, have helped to elevate their role in the Marvel Universe. These larger than life entities are often at the center of universe altering events, and the Fantastic Four's interactions with them have shaped their place in the cosmic hierarchy. The Celestials, in particular, represent a power that far exceeds anything the Fantastic Four could hope to control, and their encounters with the team have frequently forced the Fantastic Four to confront the limits of their influence and the vastness of the universe. These cosmic storylines have been integral in expanding the scope of the Fantastic Four's adventures. Fact 116: The Fantastic Four's relationship with their cosmic adversaries has often been defined by the team's willingness to seek solutions through compassion rather than force. This is particularly evident in their interactions with characters like Galactus, the Devourer of Worlds. While Galactus is an existential threat to Earth, the Fantastic Four have often sought ways to stop him without destroying him. This moral complexity, balancing the need to protect Earth with the desire to save rather than obliterate their enemies, speaks to the heart of what makes the Fantastic Four such a special team. Their sense of justice is tempered with compassion and the belief that even the most powerful beings deserve a chance at redemption. Fact 117: Ben Grimm, the Thing, has had one of the most compelling character arcs in the Fantastic Four comics. His transformation into a rocky, monstrous figure has caused him immense emotional turmoil, but it has also allowed him to become one of the most deeply human characters in the Marvel Universe. His vulnerability, despite his immense physical strength, makes him a beloved character. Ben's relationships with his teammates, particularly with Reed Richards and Johnny Storm, have added depth to his story, showing that even heroes who appear invincible on the outside can struggle with their inner demons and desires for acceptance. Fact 118: One of the Fantastic Four's most iconic storylines is their encounter with the villain Annihilus, the ruler of the Negative Zone. Annihilus first appeared in Fantastic Four Nursery 6, and his presence in the Fantastic Four mythos has been one of the defining elements of their adventures. His desire to escape the Negative Zone and conquer the positive universe makes him a formidable foe. His endless quest for power and domination, combined with his mastery over the Negative Zone, makes him one of the Fantastic Four's most dangerous and relentless enemies. His role in the series is a reminder of the dangers that lie beyond the known universe. Fact 119: the Fantastic Four's inclusion in larger Marvel storylines, such as Secret Wars and Infinity Gauntlet, has cemented their place as central figures in the Marvel Universe. Their involvement in these monumental events shows their importance not only as individual superheroes, but as a family who can unite with other heroes in times of crisis. Their strength is in their unity and their ability to bring together different factions of heroes to face a common enemy has made them pivotal in the survival of the universe. These team up moments highlight the Fantastic Four's role as both protectors and collaborators on a cosmic scale. Fact 120: the Fantastic Four has always been a team that addresses the human side of heroism. While many superhero teams focus on battles, villains, and powers, the Fantastic Four's stories often delve into the emotional and personal struggles of being a superhero. Reed's scientific ambitions, Sue's role as a mother and protector, Johnny's youthful exuberance, and Ben's constant struggle with his identity have all made the Fantastic Four a team that is relatable on a deeply human level. Their stories show that being a hero isn't just about saving the day, it's about dealing with the complexities of being human in a world full of extraordinary challenges. Fact 121: the Fantastic Four's journey through space has been one of their defining characteristics. Their first space mission, which led to their transformation, set the tone for their subsequent cosmic adventures. From battling alien races like the Skrulls to their encounters with the Watchers and Galactus, the team's adventures in the stars have always been filled with awe and wonder. These stories not only expanded the scope of the Fantastic Four's universe, but also brought to light their enduring role as protectors of Earth, even when faced with threats that came from far beyond their planet. Their cosmic escapades reflect their bravery and willingness to confront the unknown. Fact 122: the Fantastic Four's villainous rogues gallery has been just as influential as the heroes themselves. Doctor Doom, the team's arch-nemesis, is one of Marvel's most iconic villains. His blend of genius, ambition, and tragic flaw has made him a character who continues to challenge Reed Richards and the rest of the team. Doom's presence in the Fantastic Four comics has always been marked by a deep sense of rivalry, but also a strange admiration for Reed's intellect. Their conflict transcends the typical hero versus villain dynamic, exploring themes of ego, pride, and the costs of unchecked ambition. Fact 123: the character of the Silver Surfer remains one of the Fantastic Four's most powerful allies, and one of the most tragic figures in the Marvel Universe. The Surfer, originally known as Norrin Radd, was a young man from the planet Zenla who became the Herald of Galactus in order to save his people. His eventual defection from Galactus and alliance with the Fantastic Four marked a significant turning point in his character. The Surfer's inner conflict between his desire for redemption and his role as a servant to a cosmic force makes him one of Marvel's most nuanced and sympathetic characters. Fact 124. Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue, is one of the most extraordinary characters in the Fantastic Four universe. Franklin's reality warping powers are so immense that they have the potential to reshape the very fabric of existence. While still a child, Franklin has played a pivotal role in several major storylines, including the creation of pocket universes and the alteration of time. His powers have often been a source of both hope and fear as the Fantastic Four grapples with the potential consequences of a child holding such overwhelming abilities. Franklin's character represents the potential for greatness, but also the responsibility that comes with it. Fact 125. The Fantastic Four's home in New York, the Baxter Building, has served as more than just a headquarters. It has become a symbol of the team's presence in the city and their role in protecting it. The Baxter Building is equipped with state-of-the-art technology designed by Reed Richards, making it one of the most advanced buildings in the Marvel Universe. It also serves as a safe haven for the team, offering both a base of operations and a place where the Fantastic Four can regroup and support one another. The building's location in the heart of New York further connects the team to the people they protect. Fact 126. The relationship between Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and Ben Grimm, the Thing, has always been one of the most enduring and heartfelt aspects of the Fantastic Four series. Despite their differences, Johnny's youthful energy and Ben's brooding nature, the two have shared a deep friendship built on mutual respect. Johnny's often brash attitude contrasts sharply with Ben's more serious demeanor, but the bond they share is one of loyalty and understanding. Over the years, their relationship has evolved from one of friendly teasing to one of deep camaraderie, with each man supporting the other through personal struggles and heroic battles. Fact 127. The Fantastic Four's adventures often took them into unknown realms, one of the most significant being the negative zone. This alternate dimension is home to countless dangers, including alien races and powerful beings like Annihilus. The negative zone's chaotic nature made it a perfect setting for some of the Fantastic Four's most intense battles. The introduction of the negative zone expanded the possibilities of the Fantastic Four's stories, allowing the team to explore new realities and face threats that were not bound by the physical laws of Earth. This dimension has since become an important part of their ongoing narrative. Fact 128. One of the most poignant arcs in Fantastic Four history is the ongoing exploration of Ben Grimm's self-image. As the Thing, Ben is constantly reminded of his monstrous appearance, which causes him great emotional distress. Despite his outward toughness, Ben struggles with feelings of alienation and isolation, particularly when it comes to his romantic life. His love for Alicia Masters, a blind sculptor, is one of the most touching elements of the Fantastic Four series, as Alicia sees past Ben's appearance and loves him for who he truly is. This relationship highlights the theme of acceptance and the power of inner beauty. Fact 129. The introduction of the Inhumans in Fantastic Four Just 45 added a new layer to the Fantastic Four mythos. The Inhumans, a genetically enhanced race of beings with extraordinary powers, became important allies to the Fantastic Four over the years. Characters like Black Bolt and Medusa have played significant roles in the Fantastic Four's adventures, and their interactions with the team have often explored themes of power, responsibility, and leadership. The Inhumans' unique abilities and complex culture expanded the Fantastic Four's world, highlighting the interconnectedness of the Marvel Universe and the importance of diverse groups working together. Fact 130: the Fantastic Four's relationship with the cosmic beings known as the Celestials has been a pivotal aspect of their narrative. The Celestials, ancient entities of immense power, have been responsible for many of the Marvel Universe's cosmic events. Their encounters with the Fantastic Four often force the team to confront questions about their place in the universe and the nature of existence itself. The Celestials' involvement in Fantastic Four stories has emphasized the team's role not just as protectors of Earth, but as crucial players in a much larger cosmic drama, bridging the gap between humanity and the vast unknown. Fact 131: the Fantastic Four has often been a team that explores themes of responsibility, especially when it comes to their powers. One of the most poignant storylines centers around the immense responsibility that comes with being a superhero, particularly for Reed Richards, whose intelligence and inventions can shape the world in ways both good and bad. His constant struggle to balance his work and his family life reflects the challenges many individuals face in real life, trying to balance career ambition with personal relationships. Reed's journey highlights the idea that with great power comes great responsibility, but also great sacrifice. Fact 132: Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, has one of the most tragic and compelling character arcs in comic book history. His transformation into the Thing, a monstrous being with rocky skin, has caused him immense pain and inner conflict throughout his life. While Ben is known for his strength and toughness, his emotional vulnerability has always been one of the core elements of his character. His struggle to find peace with his appearance and his place in the world has been a recurring theme. Over time, however, Ben learns to accept himself, realizing that his worth lies not in his physical form, but in his heart. Fact 133: the Fantastic Four's adventures are often marked by their emotional depth and the personal growth of each team member. One of the most significant storylines involves Sue Storm's journey from a supportive, often overshadowed member of the team to a powerful force in her own right. As the Invisible Woman, Sue's powers evolve over time, allowing her to generate powerful force fields and become an integral part of the team's strategy. Her growth parallels her journey as a mother and a wife, and her confidence as both a superhero and a person has made her one of Marvel's most empowering characters. Fact 134: the Fantastic Four's influence goes beyond comic books, extending into television and film. Their first animated appearance in 1967 marked the beginning of their expansion into other media. Over the years, the team has appeared in multiple animated series, including Fantastic Four, 1994, and Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes, 2006. These adaptations introduced new generations of fans to the team's iconic adventures. Though the Fantastic Four's live-action films have received mixed reviews, their impact on popular culture cannot be denied, and their stories continue to inspire adaptations, including plans for future movies and shows. Fact 135: one of the most significant and enduring elements of the Fantastic Four series is the way it portrays teamwork. The Fantastic Four are a family, and the challenges they face are often a reflection of the struggles and triumphs of any close knit group. Their adventures show how each team member brings their own unique strengths and how their differences are not obstacles but advantages. The team's ability to work together despite their individual flaws is one of the core elements of their success, and it is what makes them a model for collaboration, resilience, and mutual support. Fact 136: the Fantastic Four's connection to the Marvel Universe extends beyond Earth, with the team regularly interacting with cosmic beings, alien races, and other dimensions. One of their most significant and cosmic encounters was with the Beyonder during the Secret Wars storyline. The Beyonder is an all powerful being from another dimension who brings together heroes and villains to fight in a battle that could shape the fate of the universe. The Fantastic Four's role in Secret Wars cemented their place as essential players in the larger Marvel Universe, showing that their influence and importance extend far beyond their home planet. Fact 137: Doctor Doom, one of the Fantastic Four's most iconic and complex villains, has often been portrayed as a figure of great intelligence, but also deep flaws and insecurities. His obsession with power and his desire to prove himself superior to Reed Richards has made him a formidable foe. However, Doom is not a one dimensional villain. His tragic backstory, including his loss of his mother and his complicated feelings about his own identity, make him a character that readers can both hate and sympathize with. His struggles with his own sense of superiority and his deep personal flaws make him a compelling and tragic figure. Fact 138: the Fantastic Four's relationship with the villain Galactus is one of the most defining aspects of their legacy. Galactus, the devourer of worlds, is a cosmic entity that consumes entire planets to sustain his existence. The Fantastic Four's first encounter with Galactus in the Galactus trilogy, Fantastic Four 48 to 50, is one of the most iconic moments in comic book history. While they initially see Galactus as a threat to Earth, the team eventually learns that Galactus is not merely an evil being, but a tragic figure with his own existential struggle. This nuanced portrayal of Galactus helped to elevate the Fantastic Four's storytelling to new heights. Fact 139: the theme of legacy plays a major role in the Fantastic Four comics, especially as the team grows and changes over time. The introduction of Reed and Sue's children, Franklin and Valeria, represents the passing of the torch to a new generation. Franklin, in particular, is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, and his abilities have led to storylines involving time manipulation, reality warping, and the creation of alternate universes. Their children's presence is a reminder that the Fantastic Four's legacy will continue and their future adventures will help shape the Marvel Universe for generations to come. Fact 140: the Fantastic Four's enduring popularity is a testament to the strength of their characters and stories. From their humble beginnings as a superhero team in the early 1960s to their current place as iconic figures in pop culture, the Fantastic Four has always resonated with readers. The team's focus on family, personal growth, and the balance between heroism and humanity has made their stories timeless. Their ability to evolve, while still staying true to their core values, ensures that they will continue to be beloved by fans for generations. The Fantastic Four is more than just a superhero team, it's a symbol of hope, unity, and the enduring power of family. Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey through the world of the Fantastic Four. As we've explored their adventures, struggles, and triumphs. May you feel the warmth of their bond and the strength they find in each other. From cosmic battles to personal growth, their stories remind us of the importance of love, family, and unity in the face of all challenges. Now, as you settle into a peaceful rest, may the calmness of these tales wrap around you like a soft blanket, guiding you toward a night filled with comforting dreams. Good night.